friends, welcome back to my kitchen, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Anna and today we're making spaghetti carbonara. This is one of the most basic but luscious, delicious, scrumptious Italian dishes ever. It's very simple. It requires just a handful of ingredients, but for this type of recipe, what's important is not the quantity of ingredients, but the quality of the ingredients. So I would suggest, if you can, try to grab the best of everything. So I'm gonna show you what you're gonna need, which is some spaghetti. And as you can see, the spaghetti is kind of like on the lighter, whiter side. And that's how you know it's a good quality spaghetti. I found this at Trader Joe's and it was like $2. So it doesn't have to be expensive, but the lighter your pasta is, the better quality it is because it's of the way like it was dried. So just keep that in mind. I also have some pancetta, some diced pancetta. You can use guanciale. It's very hard for me to find guanciale here in Miami, and if I find it, it's very expensive. So pancetta will do. You're gonna need an egg yolk, and you're also gonna need pecorino Romano, freshly grated, please, to give you a really nice, luscious consistency. You're gonna need salt and pepper. That is pretty much it. So I already have my pot of water that has it's pretty much at a boil. So I'm gonna start working on my sauce. It's very important that you have everything ready to go because this comes together so quickly. And let me tell you, once you start making carbonara at home, you won't want to pay $30 at a restaurant anymore because that's how good carbonara is. And if you notice, there's no cream because real carbonara doesn't have cream. We're going to create a luscious sauce with the egg yolks and it's going to be so creamy and delicious. Just you wait. So to my skillet, I'm going to add my diced pancetta and I'm going to let that get really crispy. You want to add it to a cold skillet. The way the pancetta really renders its fat, because we're going to use that fat to pretty much create the sauce. We want all of the beautiful, oh, there's a little bit of here. So I'm going to wait for this to get crispy and then we'll be right back for the next step. My pancetta is getting perfectly crispy. It's almost there. This will happen very quickly. So here's the next step. You are going to grab your egg yolk and you're going to add it to a bowl. Come out. I don't know why it's not coming out. There we go. Okay, so you're gonna grab your egg yolk and you're gonna grab your pecorino Romano. You're gonna add it to the bowl as well. Make sure you kind of give this a quick stir once in a while because you don't want anything to burn. If it starts to get too smoky and too crispy, just lower the heat to low because you don't want it to burn, you just want it to get crispy. So I actually turned off my heat because this was browning very quickly, but it's exactly how we want it. It's nice and crispy. So I'm actually gonna leave some in the pan, but I'm gonna reserve just a little bit of it, and that's what's gonna go on top. So at this point, I'm gonna add some salt to my boiling water so I can start cooking the pasta because that's gonna take about 10 minutes. So you want to add just a good amount, not too much because the pecorino and the pancetta are quite salty. So add your pasta. And now with my tongs, you really can't see this, but I'm just going to give it a stir to just fit it into the pot. I also want to mention that the written recipe will be for 2 people, for 2 servings, but I'm only making 1 because it's going to be for my lunch today. So my skillet is hot. I'm going to just generally whisk my egg yolks and my pecorino. It's gonna get a little thick and a little hard to whisk, but trust me, just give it a whisk and it will come together. You're gonna have something like this. There's not a lot in here because again, this is for 1 serving, but you are going to go and add a generous amount of black pepper. Kinda like that. Whisk that in. Our cheese mixture is ready. My pasta only has about 2 minutes left to go. So all I'm gonna do is add just the smallest little splash of pasta water to my egg mixture while I'm whisking. That way I feel like it helps the kind of like the egg mixture temper and it won't curdle or crumble when you add it to the skillet. So it's important that you whisk as you're adding the water. It's also going to thin it out just a little bit. So you can see now the sauce is much thinner. My pancetta is nicely cooked through. There's plenty of oil. Please don't get rid of any of that oil because that means flavor. Now with my skillet still hot, well, slightly hot, but off, you are going to add in your cooked spaghetti. Perfect. Now I'm going to kind of mix this in, and the pasta is going to soak up all of those beautiful pancetta oils, and this is what's going to create the sauce. Please don't be tempted to turn on your skillet, otherwise you will risk crumbling your eggs. Now you add in your egg mixture, and you add just a little splash of pasta water, and we whisk until you form a really creamy and luxurious sauce. So just mix that in, okay? And here you have it, a delicious spaghetti carbonara that's creamy yet light. We have our plate, and I'm gonna grab my pasta. I have a ladle here, and we are going to just swirl it around to create some sort of a nicer little swirly. I'm not very good at doing this, but we are going to attempt our very best. Just like that. You add your crispy reserved pancetta, like so, and a good serving of black pepper. And here is your spaghetti carbonara. It's my favorite part of the video, the taste test. And please don't tell me this doesn't look restaurant quality. It is so yummy, and I refuse, well, not refuse because I do it, but you know, it's not fun to pay $20-something, $30 for a delicious plate of pasta every single time you go out. When you can make it at home, this is perfect for Valentine's Day. You make this for your loved ones, they will love it. And it's something so simple. Creamy. It doesn't taste like eggs. That's what I always thought before trying this pasta. I always thought it tasted like eggs. You would not taste the eggs at all. Written recipe on my website, anitas.recipes.com, for the full written recipe and the measurements. Make it, you'll love it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.